Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn and find out how our fields are connected with our kitchen. So the chapter goes right from from the chapter heading only you can understand that from the fields to our kitchen. That means how your fields are connected to our kitchen. Okay, who works in the field? I guess everybody knows that. And look at the picture which I'm showing you here. Who is this person with his costume and the tool that he is carrying? It's very easy and simple for you to find and understand. Okay, just keep the name with you. What is this place? Okay, look at the enormous crop here. Okay, who works here? What is this? And where do you find it? Do you find this at your home? Okay, now these are the three things, and this is what the relation between your first to second to third picture is what we are going to learn and find out through this chapter. Now the first picture, of course, I'm sure you all have understood, it's of a farmer. And where does he work? He works in the fields. And what is the job of the farmer? We all know he grows crops for us. Okay, and the third picture, do you find it in your homes? And where do you find it? In the kitchen. Now the first picture, which was of the farmer, the second one was of the fields, and the third one is what we get in our kitchen. So there is a connection from what we get in the fields to what we find in our kitchen. Now this link, that what the farmer grows in the field to what we see in our kitchen, is the journey that we are going to find out through this chapter. Very simple and easy chapter, just that you have to be with me. Okay. So children, you all must be having a kitchen garden at your home. Like we grow mint, coriander, some grow ginger also at home. Okay, so we all have kitchen gardens at our homes. So what do you grow? I mean, where do you grow these things? You are growing them in the pots. Okay, some big pots, some small pots. But can you call them crops? No, we cannot call them crops because we are growing them in pots and it's in very small amount. Okay, so crop is a plant. Of course, what we are growing at house is also a plant, but crop is a plant that is grown or cultivated on a large scale. Okay, and this crop could be a cereal, like we get pulses in our home, the wheat out of wheat, the flour which is used at your homes. Okay, the cereals, or it could be a fruit, or it could be a vegetable. So when a farmer is cultivating any plant on a big scale, on big farms, okay, it is called a crop. Now, cultivation of soil. When you are cultivating the soil for growing crops on a large piece of land, because we want to obtain food and raw material, is called agriculture. Okay, so crop is a plant which is grown on a huge, massive, large scale, and cultivation of soil for growing crops is called agriculture. So what you are doing at your home is not agriculture. Okay, that we do, like it's more of fun activity, but yes, it does add to our needs and to the environment. But what a farmer is doing on a large scale, that is called growing of crops and agriculture. Okay, now find out name of cereals and fruits or vegetable that you eat at home. Okay, now let's learn how the food will reach to your house. Now the journey is very simple. I've shown you using pictures, so you will find it very simple and easy to understand. Okay, now the farmer is producing food. We all know this. Now let's see the steps the steps of journey of food picture wise. Okay, now the step one is because the farmer is growing, so he has to plow the field to grow the crops. Children, we will be doing the process of agriculture later on. We are just discussing the basic of what we get in the what the farmer grows in the field to what we get in the kitchen. We are doing the basic thing today. Now, after the farmer plows the field, okay, plows is plowing, you know, that he is turning the soil up and down so that he can sow the seed. Okay, now after the plowing of the seed is the sowing of the seed. Then the third process, look at the arrow from the first picture that is going to the second one. It is ready, the crop is ready uh, for the harvesting. After he is done, he's gone through the process. That process we'll do later on. Okay, so when it is ready for harvest, the farmer, now after harvesting, see, the farmer stores the grain in the warehouses. Warehouses, like you all have stores in the house where we keep certain things when which we use later on. So see, can you see in the first picture also there are three different pictures. So here they are big sacks. Sacks means they are big bags where the food is stored, the grains are stored, the crops that the farmer is growing for the entire nation, that is stored in these big bags. These are called sacks. S-A-C-K-S. Sacks. Okay, so it is they are kept at one place which is called warehouse. So warehouse is a very big storehouse. Okay, the storehouse which we have in the house is not very big. It's like one simple room, but warehouse is a huge, very big storehouse where the farmer is keeping their where the farmer is storing their grains. Okay, from here the farmer takes it to the wholesale market. Okay, now this is a process. Now what all we have discussed till now, the farmer is growing the crop. After it is ready to cut, he cuts it and he keeps them safe in the warehouse. Then he is taking it to the wholesale market where he will sell it to big market people. Okay, this those big businessmen or those big traders, okay, they sell it further to the retailers. Okay, retailers are the small shopkeepers from where, now you can see it in the first picture, where your family members, you must have seen, they go and buy it from the market. So these shopkeepers from where we buy different groceries or vegetables or fruits for our home, they are called retailers. Okay, now you must have seen these two pictures. I think must be quite familiar to you. I hope you all have gone to the market many. Now you know the long journey of food, that how it travels and finally reaches to your kitchen and then to your plate, because after it reaches to your kitchen, mama is cooking this for you. Okay, and then it is reaching to you in your plate where you can eat it. Now let's have a quick recap of what we have done. Now the farmer, when after he grows the crops, go to the second picture, go down, or the warehouse, he is keeping it there. Okay, then he is transporting it to the wholesaler, then it goes to this retailer, from the retailer we buy them, and then to the kitchen. Okay, now the wholesaler is a trader, is a man who is buying from the farmer. From the farmer, the wholesaler buys, and then the wholesaler sells it to the different retailers. Okay, we buy from the retailers. When your parents are going, they are buying it from the retail shop. Okay, then it is reaching to your kitchen. Clear? If you have any doubt, please keep your doubts with you. We can solve it in the next class. Now children, there are different types of agriculture that a farmer does. Okay, not all the farmers are growing crops, in the sense they not everybody is growing cereals. Okay, so if the farmer is growing crops such as vegetables, fruits, plus flowers and decorative plants, that is called horticulture. Okay, so your horticulture includes growing of crops, cultivation of soil, or growing of crops or cultivation of soil when he is growing flowers and decorative plants also. Okay, now when a farmer is involved in keeping animals like cows and buffaloes, honeybees and hens for obtaining products like meat, milk and honey, so that is called livestock rearing. Okay, because all these animals, cow, buffaloes, they are called livestock. Okay, so when the farmer is rearing means it is looking after his looking after them as pets to get the product, to get the animal product, that is called livestock rearing. Okay, and fisheries means that the farmer is cultivating when the fishes are being cultivated for either for consumption or for sale, that is called fishery. So they are again parts of agriculture only.